Today, Israel's 140,000-strong Ethiopian Jewish community celebrate the Segal in Jerusalem. For centuries, they observed this holiday in exile, an expression of their desire to return to Zion. Biblical prophecy was fulfilled, beginning with Operation Moses in 1985 and Operation Solomon in 1991, with the massive airlifting of thousands of Ethiopian Jews to Israel. This modern-day exodus from Ethiopia to their new ancient homeland continues. However, it's often not an easy transition from rural village life in Ethiopia to Israel's high-tech, fast-moving society. This community needs a helping hand. After serving in the army, many second-generation Ethiopian Jewish youths adapt to Israeli ways, but the road is strewn with casualties. Youths who have fallen by the wayside, overcome by hopelessness due to a lack of skills and education, compounded by a negative self-image. This is where Amud Ha'esh, Hebrew for Pillar of Fire, an organization headed by Kokeb Gedamu, offers a solution and hope. Kokeb, an Israeli Messianic Jewish leader, himself escaped Ethiopia with his family more than 30 years ago. Today he is a figure able to reach out to the new generation.
The Ethiopian Jewish youth can fall out of school, drop out, they're on the streets, and often there's the temptation of drugs. It's a very vicious cycle. And often what happens is that these children end up in delinquency centers for youth. And here in Israel, in Ofek Center, for children under 18 years of age, which is a rehabilitation center, over 40% of the Jewish youth are of Ethiopian Jewish background.
As you see, this is the area most of the Ethiopian young people are really struggling, and this is the worst neighborhood. They are taking drugs and different drinking. So this is most of the young generation came and spend their time. We would like to change their life. We want to really, this young generation to have a future.
Yes, I've been here working with the Ethiopian Jewish community for over 20 years. And throughout that time, I believe that the greatest key for the future is the youth, for the second generation. Out of all of the Ethiopian Jews here in Israel, 1/3 have been born here, and this is the generation that we need to focus on. There is a huge cultural gap between their parents and the children.
As I live here in Jerusalem, I see so many Ethiopians on the street, in restaurants, in bars, right around our building right here. And my heart really goes out to them because I know they feel that they're at the bottom rung of the ladder, that they are disadvantaged. But we know from God's point of view that He loves them. He wants them to be part of His family, and He wants to raise them up from what they consider being in the pit of society. Raise them up, put them on a rock in Yeshua, Jesus. And it's exciting to see Kokeb involved now in doing that very thing in very practical ways, to give them the skills that they need to not be dependent on people from the outside or dependent on the social system, but actually go from being the tail to the head and being leaders in Israeli society. So I'm excited about that. I'm glad that Kokeb has returned after many years where he pastored here back in the 90s. And so God is going to do a great thing through this work.
From my experience, I have seen children flourish and develop with the assistance of tutors in their homes, helping them educationally. They're bright children. They just need the assistance from someone who can help them and also be a mentor, such as other Ethiopian youth and university students that can say, I've done it, this is how I've done it, let me train you. putting computers in their homes, and just helping them where the parents can't help due to lack of Hebrew language skills. When you intervene with others that have been here for quite some years, you can make an extraordinary difference in their lives, and they're the key to the future. I've known Kokeb for many years, in fact over 20 years, and I believe he really is the man for the hour at this time, and I believe that he has the skills, I believe that he has the vision, and I believe that with help from others to enable him to fulfill that vision, Kokeb and his ministry will make a deep impact on his own Ethiopian Jewish community.
Ethiopian youth in Israel are very much like this young tree growing up that needs loving care, watering, and sunshine. Kokeb is like a father to the youth, and they are in great need of somebody to come around and comfort them as they grow up and face many challenges in Israel. We fully give him our recommendation to all of you.
So that's why Amud Ha'esh, that is a pillar of fire organization, trying to help the young generation in order to change their life. We have over 140,000 Ethiopian Jews living in Israel. We are standing in Mabasaret Zion, near to Jerusalem, observation center for Ethiopian new migrants. So we would like to train them to be electrician, plumbing, woodwork.
And for the women, we can train them for the hairstyling, nail arts, and small kind of training that can help them to make their money for living.
That it gives them some future for their children and the next generation. They can integrate with the Israeli society, and then they can create jobs and business. That's why we are here to help them in many ways.